So these are my Matchday 3 predictions for EFL League 2. So start off then with Chesterfield versus Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers back-to-back defeats to start off the season under Daryl Clark. Chesterfield, on the other hand, have started the season off quite well, haven't they? So there's only one win in this game, and it's going to be Chesterfield. As much as I think Bristol Rovers will give Chesterfield a tough game, but I'm going to go for Chesterfield to win 2-0 against Bristol Rovers. Oldham versus Swindon. Swindon, I'm pretty sure we got a 3-2 win over Cambridge, didn't they? So first win on the board for Ian Holloway's side. Oldham got an equaliser against Colchester. I think I can see another draw in this game between Oldham and Swindon. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Barnet versus Walsall. Walsall suffered defeat away at Churnham, while Barnet have suffered back-to-back defeats so far this season. But I do think Barnet will pick up the first point this season, and I think they will draw 1-1 with Walsall. Barrow versus Notts County. Notts County not really got to a great start after under Martin Patterson. He's under pressure straight away, that Martin Patterson, isn't he? I never said he was the right appointment from the start. Bad defeat against Salford. It really was a bad defeat against Salford for Notts County. And against a team who you would expect Notts County to be competing with in terms of getting the playoffs, etc. Barrow suffered back-to-back defeats, but I think, I fancy Barrow though. I do fancy Barrow to get the win over Notts County. I'm going to go for Barrow to win 1-0 over Notts County. I think it's the best time to play Notts County, in my opinion, if you're Barrow. So I'm going to go for Barrow to get a 1-0 win over Notts County, which would be unexpected to a few people. Bromley versus Fleetwood really does start the season for Fleetwood. I think that will continue under Pete Wild. I'm going to go for Fleetwood to win 2-1 against Bromley, as much Bromley did get the win against Barnet. I think Pete Wild, I did say in my start season predictions a potential dark horse, even though I did put them outside the playoffs. This is why I rate Pete Wild. I do rate him. I rate him as a horse. I know Carlo fans won't like that because he was S-Barrow and all that, but I think he's on to good things for Fleetwood. I really do. So I know it's early, but I think Fleetwood get a 2-1 win. Win there over Bromley. Cambridge versus Halliday. Halliday will be very disappointed after being 3-1 up on Quinsby, and obviously Quinsby coming back to draw 3-3, which in the end is a good point for Quinsby, because after being 3-1 down as well, and maybe it could be a big point for Quinsby come the end of the season under David Artell. Cambridge ended up using 3-2 to Swindon. See, start of the season, a lot of people had Cambridge top half playoffs. I was like, I don't know why, because I've always said Neil Harris has done well in the Championship. He's done well in League 1, but he didn't do well in League 2 with Churnham, did he? So that's what I put it down to. I just don't see Halliday using this game. I think Halliday will pick up a point at Cambridge, and I think he'll end 1-1 in that game. Crewe versus Crawley. I think Crewe will continue their great start to the season, in my opinion. And I think I actually think, and Crawley ended up using 2-1 to Newport. Not a good result, not good enough from Crawley, in my opinion. They would expect to probably beat Newport, in my opinion, with all due respect to Newport. Crawley and Newport are probably maybe don't be competing for the same positions in terms of table come the end of the season. So I think Crewe get a comfortable win and continue their impressive start to the season. I think Crewe win 3-0 against Crawley, in my opinion. Quinsby versus Newport. I think Newport will give Quinsby a game, but I think Quinsby will bounce back. I think Quinsby will get back to winning ways here and pick up a 2-1 victory over Newport. MK Dons versus Cheltenham. A very poor Cheltenham team. I can only see an MK Dons win after MK Dons did get the win at Barrow. They're also winning ways at Barrow, and I think MK Dons will win 3-0 comfortably at home to Cheltenham. Salford versus Accrington. I think Accrington is still a poor team. As well as often there they did that result a point against Turnham. I expect Salford to be too much for Accrington here. Done off a 3-1 win for Salford. Shrewsbury, very poor Shrewsbury team. 4-0 defeat away at Tranmere. This is why I didn't rate Shrewsbury this season. That's why I don't rate Michael Accrington as the manager. I fancy Colchester to get a win there at Shrewsbury. Done off with Colchester to win 2-0. And Tranmere versus Turnham, two teams who got off to a decent start to the season. I know Turnham might not be happy with the point at Accrington, but I think Tranmere would be happy with their start to the season, especially that win over Shrewsbury as well. I've done for a 0-0 draw. Yeah, I've done for a 0-0 draw. I think they will both cancel each other out. I think they had two solid defensive teams as well, Turnham and Tranmere. Both coaches know how to set up their teams well. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in that one. I may put... Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Tranmere Turnham as my thumbnail as well. I think that's probably the game of Matchday 3 in my opinion. Even though I'll put it at 0-0. Because I actually think it'll be a good 0-0 draw. I just think they'll cancel each other out, in my opinion. So, then my Matchday 3, Year 2 predictions. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments and I'll see you all with the Year 1 predictions.